there seems to be a terror of putting a floor on income, a terror of making people lazy. Unless there's a serious, a serious threat of somebody starving, they won't work. Of course, nobody ever continues to work after they, for example, reach $1 million. Do they? You've never heard of anybody becoming a multimillionaire or a billionaire? Do people in Hollywood continue to make movies after they've acquired enough money to live in a huge mansion? Okay, I'm being sarcastic. Of course they do. Because the seed of human greed is very hardy. People want more. Now, the welfare system was means tested. It was put in a way so that, you earn $1, you lose. If you earn $2, you lose $1. And that, I think, does cause problems. I really want a floor on income in the sense that, you automatically get X amount, which is enough to cover the basics. And the person and everybody wants more than just enough to eat and to eat and keep a roof over their head on. And in fact, because the fact is that a lot of people who are homeless are working full time. They just aren't making enough to support themselves completely. The money they earn just doesn't cover all the expenses. It doesn't cover food, rent, clothing, and medical expenses and insurance. It just doesn't cover everything. Now, an oddity about the anti-abortion movement is that the states that have laws forbidding abortion tend to be the states that have the least resources set aside for children. There's obviously something wrong there. I mean, they obviously should be the ones that have the most set aside for it. But they don't. And a lot of people in that movement are instead going in the opposite direction. They're trying to go toward punishments. Instead of putting, a floor on income, instead of going for a family allowance or trying to get more assistance for children in general, they're trying to put women who have abortions on gurneys and in front of firing squads. That doesn't make any sense at all.